St. Augustine or Whitehaven? Which of these two bands won this battle at the Crew of Ricks Parade 2026? Let's go ahead and check this out right now. What's up everyone, JB the Bandhead here, and as explained in the intro, we're going to be taking a look at this battle at the Crew of Ricks Parade 2026 between St. Augustine and Whitehaven. Credit goes to Smash Time Productions. The link to the original clip will be in the description below now. Previously for both of these bands, we've seen them in the Crew of Orpheus Parade, which we've seen Whitehaven battle both Edna Carr and Abrams and Science Academy, also known as Abe. We've seen them battle both of those. They got the slight edge over Edna Carr, but they had a good battle in that, and they got the dub clearly over Abe. So yeah. And also for St. Aug, we've seen them, and also in the Crew of Orpheus Parade, we've seen them battle Edna Carr in that same parade, but that was actually after the parade, whereas Whitehaven battled both Carr and Abe before the parade. So yeah, both of these bands appeared in the Crew of Orpheus Parade, which yeah, that's basically how it did. So yeah, those are the previous appearances we've seen for these two. Now, this battle between Whitehaven and St. Aug, I hope that this is a good one as well. Now, both of these are very good bands. You got Whitehaven from Tennessee, and you got St. Aug in New Orleans. Now, I think this is another case of another band lining up in front of another band before they start battling. So, yeah, Whitehaven already started playing in this. So let's go ahead and check this out right now. Yeah, St. Aug was lining up just like how TSU was lining up against Alcorn in the Crew of Endymion Parade. So the first round gonna start when St. Aug start playing. Yeah, we not counting that one, Whitehaven, but y'all still gotta clean up some stuff. Alright, this is the start of round one right here. Yep, it's the start of round one. Oh, here you got bells. Okay, not bad. Had some minor stuff in there, but y'all still sounded good on it. Let's see what y'all got. Whitehaven. Alright, yeah, that's the end of the first round. Not the greatest tunes to start off with, but you gotta give credit to St. Augustine. St. Augustine, they sounded clean on this. Whitehaven, y'all gotta clean up some stuff in there. Even though St. Augustine did have some issues as well, but they was just overall cleaner. So this round gonna have to go to St. Augustine. St. Augustine definitely got it. So yeah, no questions asked. Now, y'all can argue and say Whitehaven just basically has some issues they gotta clean up as well. St. Augustine had some too, but it was way less than the issues I heard in Whitehaven. So yeah, 1-0 St. Augustine after the first round. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second round now. Alright, St. Augustine, what y'all got? Oh, y'all played this against Craig Mine. Okay. Yeah, I remember y'all played this against Craig Mine, and y'all saw the good on that against them on that, man. Alright, Mellows, that's the best part on them right there. Let's see what y'all got, Whitehaven. I don't know who that is in the background. Okay, dancers, I see y'all now. It's good, but I don't know if it can top that somebody's watching me. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, yeah, that's the end of the I think it's the second round. Yeah, that's the set in the second round. Now, I don't even know who's that band in the background that's I think was that the start of the parade? I'm not even too sure. But yeah, as far as these two, this round here, gonna have to go to St. Aug. Yeah. Whitehaven, that was a good one, but yeah, I'm gonna have to yeah. St. Aug definitely got it. Now, yeah. Because like I said in that Craig Munn versus St. Aug video, this version of Somebody's Watching Me is a lot better than Sarah T. Reed's. Because I think Reed played this in Mardi Gras. I'm pretty sure they played this, especially when they played it against Carver and probably some other bands as well. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's 2-0 St. Aug over Whitehaven. Whitehaven, that was good, but it just did not top Somebody's Watching Me. That's all I gotta say. So that's 2-0 St. Aug. Let's go ahead and see the third round now. Okay, I hear the woodwinds and bells. Okay, that was good. All right, Whitehaven, what y'all got? Oh, this that weed time. Tiesha and Alcorn played it as well. Okay, then put it on the dancers then. Alright, yeah, that's the end of the third round. Now, I'll be very honest. This is probably one of the closest rounds in this battle. But still gonna have to go to St. Aug, man. Still St. Aug, it's literally, yeah. Whitehaven, that was a good song selection, but it's not that y'all sounded bad on that one. It's just the fact that St. Aug played a better selection. They had, yeah. I know rap tunes can get their way in battles like this, but come on, when a band call out a finesse tune and they execute it, that's exactly what St. Aug just did. Like, come on, man, you gotta really listen to St. Aug. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, you gotta call some finesse tunes, Whitehaven. Yeah, I don't think this battle gonna go y'all way like y'all did for Edna Carr and Abe, but yeah. Then let's go. I think that's 3-0 St. Aug over Whitehaven. Let's go ahead and see the fourth round now. Wait a minute. Oh, they played this again. Oh my goodness. They played this against Carr in the battle on the bluff. Tuba's gotta watch it a little bit. Tuba's gotta execute that a little bit better, that's all I gotta say. I think there's TSU in the background. Yeah, the weakest part in that one was the tubas. Let's see what y'all got, Whitehaven. Okay. That's gotta be TSU in the background. I can hear him. Golly. Okay, Tubers, I hear y'all now. Okay, Wood wins. Alright. Alright, yeah, that's the end of the 4th round. Nah, not even gonna lie to y'all. This was another close round. And this was very close to being a tie. But St. Aug, y'all the Tubers gotta work on that part just a little bit better. Whitehaven, that was good. Nah. They had some minor issues as well, but at least overall they executed just a little bit better. So yeah, this round gonna go to Whitehaven. Like I'm not even gonna lie, this round gonna go to Whitehaven. So that's 3-1, St. Aug over Whitehaven. Now, I think that's TSU in the background because. I don't know. That has to be Texas Southern because it can't be another band. No high school band would sound like that. That's got to be Texas Southern. So, yeah. So that's enough rant about that. That's 3-1, St. Aug over Whitehaven. So I don't know if this is the final round. I think this might be the final round. So let's go ahead and check it out right now. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's see what y'all got, Whitehaven. Tuba's booming on that one. Alright. I think that might be it. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, we'll put it back on them. Let's see. Right there. Yeah, we're gonna put it right here. So yeah, that's the end of the battle. Now this last round could literally go either way. It could go literally either way. Y'all can disagree, and I understand, but at least for me, this round gonna be a tie. This round is gonna definitely be a tie because yeah, both sounded good on the last round. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, so it was 5 rounds like I thought it was. But yeah, so so yeah, that's it for the battle. So the final score that I got was 4-2, St. Aug over Whitehaven. So therefore, the overall winner of this is St. Aug. Now, not knocking down Whitehaven by any means because they sounded just as they expected against Abe and the car. They put the same energy in this, but yeah, still gotta clean up some stuff in there. Now, the only issue that St. Aug really had was their tubas, and yeah, that was basically it from there. But yeah, their tubas was the main issue behind everything. Like yeah, and that's why that 4th round went to Whitehaven by themselves. But yeah, at least the last round was a tie, and yeah, so that's how the final score came out to be. So yeah, this was a good battle. Now, I don't know about this one. I think this battle is better than the St. Aug versus in the car battle. At least it wasn't hectic like it was in that battle in the Crew of Orpheus post parade. But yeah, that one was basically, yeah, that's basically what it is. But yeah, so yeah, this was a good battle. This is a candidate for the top 10. Because like I said before, we're gonna do like an analysis on Mardi Gras, just to like explain like what the top 10 battles were and all that. But yeah, but we're gonna do those separate. We could do the high school battles separately from the college battles because there's only like at least 4 of them down there. But yeah, St. Aug definitely won this, but Whitehaven fought hard in this, but not as hard as I thought they would, because yeah, St. Aug was too much for them in this battle. Yeah, St. Aug was just too much for them in this battle. So yeah, and I believe that was Texas Southern in the background, if I'm not mistaken, because any high school band that sounds as close to a college band would be St. Aug and possibly Whitehaven and Craigmont. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, because I think that was Texas Southern in this. Now I think I'm gonna check that out like shortly before we do the HBCU Legacy Bowl field performance and halftime show by JSU and Xavier, Louisiana, and then the National Battle Bands field shows comparison between FAMU and North Carolina A&T. So yeah, those will be like, but yeah, those will be the last few reactions we do for until we do the analysis. But yeah, that's it for this video today, as this is the second video of the day because earlier we checked out Whitehaven versus A from the Crew of Orpheus. Yeah, that was a mini battle. Next episode we're gonna check out for Mardi Gras the next 2 actually is gonna be 2 long episodes and 1 short episode. The first 2 will be Aronson Science Academy versus St. Aug, plus Warren Easton in the Crew of Endymion parade, which was the same parade that Texas Southern and Alcorn battled each other the second time, not the first time, but the second time. And then you had yeah, because that one, that battle right there, I got a way of judging that one. Yeah, I'll explain it in that video once we do it. But And also, the next episode after that will be Craigmont versus Carver, which that one is going to be, that one was from the Crew of Tux Parade, and that's another long one. Yeah, that's another long video we're going to do. That's the longest one out of the two Crew of Tux Parade battles that I've seen. The second one, and then the last one after that, which will be the last reaction for this week, is Chalmette versus Cane Ridge, because yeah, Cane Ridge appeared in Mardi Gras as well. But yeah, that's basically it, all I gotta say. And I say St. Aug won this battle, so some of y'all might disagree and say Whitehaven won. Choose your pick. I say St. Aug won this. But yeah, they did a great job as always, and so is Whitehaven. But yeah, St. Aug had the better product in this. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. And once again, I'm JB the Bandhead, and peace out.